Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new on my channel, then don't forget to subscribe. In this video, a priest is heard saying that Jesus is a Palestinian. According to him, in his scriptures, at the age of 2, Jesus had to flee because of the unaliving of innocent children. This made him flee to Egypt, but he was a Palestinian refugee. Still on the same, in another video that I will be sharing together with this one, a man talks about a Bible that was published in 1905, which shows the Palestinian map. But this Bible was not published until 1913, and the original 1913 Scrollful Bible shows the introduction of the Zionist Masonic heresies about the future state of Israel and separated the church from Israel. Now, the shocking part is that when he opens this Bible, it shows the map of the Holy Land as Palestine. This is a must watch, guys. It's really an interesting video. So with that said, let's check out these two videos.
I'm appalled that our governor would spend millions and millions and millions of our tax dollars to go and try to save 50, 60 people from Israel, and at the same time not allow any Palestinian Americans to find refuge here. As a Christian, I follow Jesus, who is a Palestinian, who in my scriptures at the age of 2 had to flee because of the killing of innocent children. He fled to Egypt. He was a Palestinian refugee. For my Christian colleagues and anyone who professes to follow Jesus, please do not talk to me about making room for Jesus in your heart if you cannot make room at this time, in this space, for the Palestinian who needs our help and our safety. It is incumbent upon us all to be present with those who are marginalized and oppressed, and in this moment, in this time, we need to be present with our siblings who are experiencing this oppression to make sure that the ones that are here and our neighbors are safe, and the ones who need safety, that we advocate for them and make space.
This particular Bible was published in 1905. Now, the reason I brought it out is that I want to show a map that's in this Bible. Now, mind you, the Schofield Bible was not published until 1913.
Right.
And I have in my office an original 1913 Schofield, which was the introduction of the Zionist Masonic heresies about a future state of Israel and separating the church from Israel and all that rapture stuff. That's where it came from. It was a Masonic Zionist heresy that was introduced into the American churches in 1913. This is a 1905 Bible.
Pre-Schofield.
Pre-Schofield, with no Schofield notes in it. So, you open it up, and this is on page 13. I mean, this thing's big. I want to show you. Here is a map of the Holy Land. And it says, what?
Oh, Palestine of the Holy Land.
They misspelled Israel.
No.
Palestine.
Palestine.
Huh.
And all these Christian Zionists that tell me, Rick, there's never been a Palestine.
All right, so here's a still.
There it is.
Let's zoom in and show you here.
Yeah. So, yeah, you hear these people like John Hagee, there's never been a Palestine. Well, look at this Bible map from 1905.
And most Bibles,
yes,
from then had a map of Palestine.
And Palestine is in the Bible itself, in the Old Testament. So we're showing you this just because I'm trying to break through the propaganda, the confusion, the lies that the Zionists have implanted in millions of minds of Christians in America, and told them there's never been a place called Palestine.
But I have a map, Rick.
Right there it is. So, with that in mind, do you know who lived in Palestine?
Palestinians?
Palestinians.
I got that one right.
Palestinians. And Palestinians were Jewish, Christian,
And Muslim. Right. They weren't a particular faith. They were citizens of a particular country.
Palestine. They were all Palestinians.
Yes.
Jesus was a Palestinian. Look at this. Okay? So Israel has never meant a political...
More interesting information keeps coming up on this issue of Israel and Palestine. Who are the true owners of the land? And today we've just heard for ourselves that Jesus is Palestinian and was a Palestinian refugee. The Schofield Bible showing the Holy Land as Palestine and not Israel. It's a lot, guys, but let's check out this collection of videos and hear what others think about this. Is this true or not? Here are the videos, and when I come back, we talk more about this issue. Check out these videos.
Christians supporting Zionism is its own brand of comedy, because Jesus was literally a Jewish Palestinian man. This is your geographically as well as historically accurate Jesus. A Palestinian Jew. How do you think he would feel about you dropping bombs on his people?
Okay, I can't believe I'm about to fucking defend the Catholics right now, but listen, this is totally fucking false. Listen, Pope Francis came out with a whole statement early on and has said multiple ones since then, and specifically was speaking about establishing a safe corridor for these innocent Palestinians in Gaza. And not only that, like, his statement was so forcible that Israel came out and responded to him and blasted him for it. And they're like, how can you even be thinking about the Palestinians when we're still burying 1,300 of our dead? I mean, come on. Like, listen, man, this is not about choosing sides. This is about looking at information objectively. You know? Like, this is confirmation bias, what most people are doing, right? Like, we think certain things and then we hear something and we go, we latch on to that. But is it really so? Like, just go research it. This shit is not so far beneath the curtain that we can't research it and just find out. Really, like, honestly, when you made this comment, I didn't know the answer. I didn't. And I said, oh, well, let me go look this up. I went and looked it up. I found all these sources. I found this, I found this, I found that. Now I'm making a video about it. You see how easy this is? Like, you just have to actually investigate, like, what the truth is. So, peace out.
Do you know what really, really baffles me? That there are so many Christian people flying Israeli flags, and also under every post commenting with Israeli flags as well, showing their support for Israel against Palestine, when Jesus was a Palestinian refugee. When Herod the Great ordered for all the children to be killed in the area of Bethlehem, he had to flee his homeland. So ineffectively, Jesus, who you follow and who you base your whole religion on, was in fact a Palestinian refugee, and you are now wishing for Palestinian refugees or Palestinians to be murdered. It's really, really strange. It's like, do these people not know what they believe in, or...
Guys, I just came up with this idea for Christmas for those who have children and still want to make it thoughtful as well. Just remember, Jesus was born in Bethlehem. He was a Palestinian. So we're going to make it not only about Jesus, but also remembering the lives of the Palestinians. And if you're a content creator that knows how to make beautiful ornaments with the watermelon, you know, we can put that. We already have the ornaments red, green, and black. And we can display the names of the families. Honor the families who have that. Put it in the tree, okay? So this is a way to honor them, to let them know that we love them. And the money, well, this is going to be in my family. The money that we were going to use to buy Christmas gifts, we're going to donate to the cause for Palestine. We need to find a good organization that is going straight towards Gaza and the refugees and the West Bank. I'm looking and I'm contacting my friends in Egypt and in Palestine. Okay? Thank you very much, and free Palestine.
I had a guy yesterday tell me that he supports Israel fully because he's a Christian. I don't know everything. I know almost nothing, actually. But what I do know is that Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Bethlehem is in Palestine. Jesus was a Palestinian Jew. So,
Jesus of Nazareth spent his earthly ministry serving and teaching before being unalived for the sins of the world. Who Jesus was and where he came from was an important part of Jewish tradition. The Jewish people were waiting and praying for a Messiah to come. When Jesus came, not everyone recognized him as the Messiah and instead rejected him, but not before Christ established his gospel on the earth. His gospel that was established so long ago in ancient Israel, ancient Palestine, and other regions of the Middle East reflects the principles that the New Testament teaches us today. Knowing who Jesus is, where he came from, his purpose, and his message will help each of us better understand the transforming power of Jesus' atonement, unaliving, and resurrection. An important part of Jesus' identity is his family line, especially how it relates to the events in the Bible. He is from the line of King David via his mother Mary, meaning he's of Jewish descent. More especially, Jesus was a rabbi, a teacher of Judaism. Judaism was the primary religious faith in Jerusalem, the place in which Jesus was crucified and resurrected. His Jewish ancestry is a significant part of both Jewish tradition and the Christian faith. In the Bible, the Jews, stemming back to Abraham and Isaac, were a chosen people of God who covenanted with the Lord. The covenant people of Israel were promised the land of Canaan, which is now correlated with modern-day Israel and Palestinian territories, and other blessings should they fulfill their responsibilities as God's chosen people. The Jewish faith and cultural identity were and still are deeply tied to their promised land because of his ancestral line and his life documented in the Bible. We know that Jesus was Jewish and that he was deeply involved in Jewish culture. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, which was a town located in Judea, just south of Jerusalem. King Herod ruled at the time as a client of Rome, meaning he was given the authority to rule over Judea by the Romans. To get rid of Jesus and the threat Jesus posed to his reign, Herod issued the mass unaliving of all male infants, which caused Joseph and Mary to flee into Egypt with Jesus. However, after approximately 3 years, Jesus returned to the area of Judea, first in Nazareth where he was raised, and later in other parts of Galilee. The Bible refers to him as Jesus of Nazareth. Even when Christ was crucified, his cross read, Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. Galilee was located in a region of the Holy Land, which is referred to as both ancient Palestine and the lands of Israel. According to certain scholars, in Jesus' time, ancient Palestine was a part of the Canaan region, which encompassed the kingdoms of Israel and Judah. Some refer to Jesus as a Palestinian Jew, a Jew who lived in a Palestinian region. These regions are assumed to be Nazareth, Galilee, etc. Though some scholars attribute these areas to Israel, others call Jesus a Galilean Jew. Depending on one's understanding of the regions in the time of the Bible, Jesus was born in and lived in the regions of Palestine and Israel, and he was raised by a righteous Jewish family. It's important to portray a more accurate image of Jesus since he is typically portrayed as having lighter, more westernized features. Portraying Jesus more accurately helps people better understand the culture he lived in and gives a better view of what he actually might have looked like. It's also important to recognize the cultural and religious significance of Jesus' ancestral line. This particular Bible from 1905 contains a map that may hold significance or provide interesting insights. In a 1905 Bible, there is a map of the Holy Land labeled as Palestine, challenging the notion that the state of Palestine is a recent concept, trying to break through the propaganda, the confusion, the lies that the Zionists have implanted in millions of minds of Christians in America. The mention of Congressman Lyndon B. Johnson smuggling weapons to Jewish communist terrorists in in Palestine during the 1930s raises questions about the geopolitical dynamics of that time. The day of the establishment of Israel is seen as a day of disaster by Palestinians, symbolizing the ongoing struggle and displacement they have faced. Now, this Bible from 1905 with a map inside was used by Christian families to record their genealogy, weddings, baptisms, and burials, passing it down through generations. The 1913 Schofield Bible introduced Zionist Masonic heresies about a future state of Israel and the separation of the church from Israel, while a 1905 Bible refers to Palestine as Palestine. Palestine is mentioned in the Bible, and there is evidence of its existence in maps from 1905, debunking the claim that there has never been a Palestine. Palestinians, including Jewish, Christian, and Muslim individuals, were citizens of Palestine, and Jesus himself was Palestinian, while Israel has always referred to the people of God rather than a political country. The Jewish violence in Russia in 1917 led to the infiltration of Palestine in the 1920s and 30s, with Congressman Lyndon B. Johnson smuggling weapons to Jewish communist terrorists. Texas grapefruits were used as a cover to ship grenades that were responsible for the B of the King David Hotel. European Ashkenazis invaded Palestine, unaliving Jewish, Christian, and Muslim residents, eventually taking over and declaring independence in 1948 with recognition from Harry S. Truman. Palestinians have been resisting the ongoing invasion and displacement by Ashkenazi Jews since 1948. We have come to the end of the video. It was a long but interesting video. So what do you guys have to say about this issue? Kindly share your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.